Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Courtney Jane Solo. Welcome everybody to the 5th episode of Game Show News. I am so happy that you can come and join me today. Here, on Game Show News, I will be bringing you some news about what went on game shows, past or present. For all of you game show fans out there, there will be some game show news I will present with some of the most exciting wins. But there is also some news I will present with some heartbreaking or disappointing losses. And then once in a while, I will give potential updates on where the hosts and or contestants are now. And when I present game show news, I will only be telling you about what went on game shows. Because unfortunately, and I know a lot of you know about this, but if this is your first time here, I will tell you that due to copyright reasons, I will not be showing any game show video clips without YouTube's approval. Because if YouTube finds a game show video clip on which it may infringe on copyright, then the video will be taken down, and there will be a copyright strike. And as many of you know, that 3 copyright strikes will result in the channel termination. And I am going to make sure this does not happen, and that this channel stays. Alright, here we go, with the 5th episode of Game Show News. Enjoy! Today, on Game Show News, I will talk about a former psychologist appearing on a podcast talking about his run on blockbusters. I will also be talking about a first for Let's Make a Deal. But first up, I would like to talk about an unusual moment on The Price is Right from the Bob Barker era. In January 1986, a contestant by the name of Sharon had a chance to win a dinette set and a pinball machine. The game Sharon was going to play was called Barker's Bargain Bar. As Bob was explaining to Sharon on how she can win, he looks up and notices that his Barker's Bargain Bar sign was missing. He's like, "Where's my Barker's Bargain Bar sign? I can't play this game without my sign." And poor Bob Barker said his day was ruined because the name of the game had his name on it. Bob was ready to sit down by the big doors and says that he can't go on, but then accidentally sits on a light bulb. He then asks if anybody has a band-aid, and if he can get workers' compensation. Then, former original model Janice Pennington tried to fix the bulb, but almost got electrocuted when she and Bob were trying to repair the bulb. And Bob said that this is like Truth or Consequences, a game show he hosted from 1956 until 1975. Alright, so now for this game, the dinette set was priced at $1,265, and the pinball machine was priced at $1,595. What Sharon had to do was pick the bargain price, that's more below the actual retail price. In other words, Sharon had to pick the bigger bargain. Then, she'll win both prizes. The prize that Sharon picked was the dinette set, priced at $1,265. After Sharon picked the dinette set, they started with the pinball machine, with the bargain price at $1,595. The actual retail price was $2,495, with a difference of $900. And poor Bob tells Sharon that if he was her, he wouldn't count on winning. So then, they went to the dinette set, with the bargain price at $1,265. The actual retail price was $1,865, with a difference of $600. She lost the game by picking the bargain price that's less below. Even though that Sharon lost, she did win a Brookline Lovesick for $973 in the one bid. She also won $1,000 in cash for spinning $1 in the Showcase Showdown, and she won the Showcase round. The prizes she won in the Showcase were a Corsican Brass Iron Bed and Morgan Duo Queen Mattress Set, an RCA 45-inch projection TV, a 6-panel screen, and a Honda Elite scooter and sidecar valued at $11,527. Altogether, she won a total of $13,500 in cash and prizes. I would like to talk about some brief history about Barker's Bargain Bar. Barker's Bargain Bar made its debut on April the 22nd, 1980, and it was last played on November the 4th, 2008. The last playing of Barker's Bargain Bar aired on my 7th birthday. How about that? I did not know about it. So yes, on my 7th birthday, November the 4th, 2008, during Drew Carey's first couple of years as host, Barker's Bargain Bar was played for the last time. But then, on April the 24th, 2012, they brought back Barker's Bargain Bar under a new name, titled Bargain Game. And Bargain Game has exactly the same rules as Barker's Bargain Bar and has been played ever since. The reason why I wanted to share this headline is to honor the late Bob Barker, who had passed away last year, on August the 26th, 2023. His 1-year anniversary of his passing was a month and 4 days ago, and I will be planning on presenting more Price is Right headlines from the Bob Barker era in the near future. Alright, here we go with the next game show news headline. On Saturday, August the 31st, 2024, John Hatton, a former psychologist from San Bernardino, California, who is best known for winning $120,000 on Blockbusters, hosted by Bill Cullen, appeared on a podcast called Tell Us About Yourself on BuzzBlog. John Hatton talked to host Christian Carrion about his life and his interest of game shows, including some game shows that are currently running. The first thing that I have learned from John, before he moved to San Bernardino in the mid-1960s, he was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He also talked about appearing on an episode of Split Second, hosted by Tom Kennedy, and winning a new car back in the 1970s. He also talked about his wife, Joan, appearing as a contestant on Concentration, hosted by Jack Nars, and she also won a car too. Then, he got to talk to Christian about his appearance on Blockbusters with Bill Cullen. He also talked about the devastating wildfire story that burned his house back in the fall of 1980 during his first Blockbusters run. He got up to $36,000, and after the episode from December the 8th, 1980, that aired, which was also the same day that former Beatle, John Lennon, was assassinated, Hatton's family was backstage, and they told him the bad news about their home being destroyed. As I mentioned before, his wife's name is Joan. He also has 3 children, named Kevin, Jennifer, and Colin. After the Hatton family told him the news about the fire, John was then requested to take some time off from the show and have a new solo player fill in for him, so that way he can take care of this tragic situation and come back in the future to continue his run later. But John declined the request and continued his Blockbusters run. In the next aired episode, from December the 9th, 1980, John talked about his tragic wildfire story to the home viewers and how he and his family were tough enough to not let this thing follow up, and that life goes on no matter what happens. John was able to win $60,000 in 10 matches. His episodes aired between Monday, December the 1st through Thursday the 11th, 1980. Then, on April the 5th, 1982, John returned to Blockbusters to continue his winning streak, and he won 10 more matches in this game and took home another $60,000, bringing his total winnings to $120,000. John played his 20th and final gold run on Wednesday, April the 21st, 1982, 2 days before Bill Cullen's version of Blockbusters got cancelled. John, I want to say, I am happy to hear that things are going well with you and your family today. Sorry to hear about your tragic fire story that impacted you, your family, and to the people who were living in San Bernardino 44 years ago. I'm happy that you and the family have survived this tragedy. And a big congratulations to you on winning $120,000 back in the 1980s. I did some mathematics on how much money John would have if he was a contestant on Blockbusters today. In 1980, during his first run, he won $60,000. And the $60,000 from 1980 today would be worth $229,033.98. And he won another $60,000 back in 1982 during his second run. The $60,000 from 1982 today would be worth $195,568.91. Altogether, John Hatton's winnings today would be worth $424,602.89. That's a lot of money. Alright, here we go with the next game show news headline. On Monday, February the 5th, 2024, during Mega Money Monday, a contestant named Kelly, who is a music student from Detroit, Michigan, makes history while playing Race to the Finish on Let's Make a Deal. The prizes that she was playing for was a trip to San Diego, a home theater system, and $15,000 in cash. In front of Kelly, there is a standard deck of 52 playing cards, all shuffled and cut and spread out. And then, they showed a Race to the Finish game board, where each prize has been assigned to a suit from the deck of cards. The object of the game is to get their prize across the finish line without drawing 3 clubs. If Kelly is able to draw 5 hearts, she will win $15,000 in cash. If she draws 4 spades, she will win a home theater system valued at $5,843. If she draws 3 diamonds, she will win a trip to San Diego valued at $2,500. If she draws 3 clubs, then she will get a zonk and will lose the game. The first draw for the game was the 2 of hearts. She is 4 hearts away from winning $15,000 in cash. The second draw was the King of Diamonds. She is now 2 diamonds away from winning a trip to San Diego. The third draw was the 9 of Diamonds and is now 1 diamond away from winning a trip to San Diego. And the fourth draw was the 10 of Diamonds. She has now won the trip to San Diego. But now, she has the option to stop and take her trip to San Diego, or else she can keep playing. If she decides to stop, then the game will be over and will go to San Diego. If she decides to keep playing, then she has to stay in the game until something else crosses the finish line. Kelly confidently tells Wayne that she is going big and will keep playing. The fifth draw was the two of spades. Now, she is 3 spades away from winning a home theatre system. The sixth draw was an 8 of clubs, and now is 2 clubs away from losing the trip to San Diego. But luckily, Kelly drew the 3 of hearts for her 7th draw, making her 3 hearts away from winning $15,000 in cash. The 8th draw was the 10 of hearts. Now, Kelly is 2 hearts away from winning $15,000. The 9th draw was the 7 of spades. Now she is 2 spades away from the home theatre system. The 10th draw was the 10 of spades, and is now 1 spade away from winning a home theatre system. And the 11th draw, she drew the 6 of spades, and has won a home theatre system. So now, Kelly has won a home theatre system, and a trip to San Diego, prizes worth over $8,300. So Kelly can take the 2 prizes that she has won, or decide to keep playing. If Kelly decides to keep playing, she has to play until she either draws 2 clubs or 2 hearts. If she draws 2 more clubs, then she will lose everything. But if Kelly draws 2 more hearts, then she will win $15,000 in cash. Kelly says it's a tough decision, but she decides to keep playing and trying to go for $15,000. The 12th draw was the 5 of hearts, and is now 1 heart away from winning $15,000. Can she do it? And here is something that I'm going to say right now, and to be honest, my heart is pounding. The 13th draw, ladies and gentlemen, was the 6 of hearts. Kelly has made history by becoming the first contestant to win all 3 prizes on the race to the finish game. She won a trip to San Diego, a home theatre system, and $15,000 in cash. Kelly, congratulations on becoming the first contestant to win all 3 prizes while playing Race to the Finish on Let's Make a Deal. Enjoy the $23,343 worth of cash and prizes. And now, I have some breaking news that happened on Wheel of Fortune from Monday, September the 16th, 2024. Vivian Tran, a baker from Panama, California, has won $27,300 in cash and prizes. She won a trip to Europe, valued at $13,500, as well as $13,800 in cash. She took the wild card and the $1 million wedge to the bonus round, and she chose What Are You Doing? For a category. The puzzle board showed blank, 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 E-R-I-N blank, S blank, M-E-H-E-L-P. Those are the letters from the R, S, T, L, N, E that are given for free. Plus, the letters Vivian called were C, H, M, and I. She also called P for a 4th consonant because of the wild card. During the 10 seconds, she was guessing, wondering some help, answering some help, finding some help, looking around for some help, and boundary for help. She ran out of time, and Ryan Seacrest told her the answer, offering some help. And to make matters worse, Ryan showed the $1 million envelope to Vivian. That is unbelievable. That was the first $1 million bonus round for season 42. But not only that, this was also Ryan's first aired $1 million bonus round. That was the breaking game show news headline, ladies and gentlemen. And Vivian, I'm sorry that you did not become the first $1 million winner in the current Ryan Seacrest version of Wheel of Fortune. You were giving everything you had to solve that bonus round puzzle. But I hope you had a good time on the show, despite that painful loss. As long as we are on the subject of Wheel of Fortune, I have another Wheel of Fortune headline. This time, it is from Wednesday, September the 18th, 2024. Tanisha Johnson, Melissa Brick, and Brent Loud were having bad luck on the wheel, spinning 6 bankrupts and 2 loser turns during round 1. The puzzle they were playing was a Wheel of Fortune crossword, and the clue was facial features. Tanisha spun 3 bankrupts, Melissa spun 2 bankrupts, and Brent spun 1 bankrupt plus 2 loser turns for the first round. Melissa ended the bankrupt loser turn streak by solving the crossword puzzle. Eyelashes, pupils, cheeks, lips. Here is a recap of the bankrupts and loser turns that were spun in the episode. 2 more bankrupts were spun by Tanisha. 1 during round 2, aka the mystery round, and 1 during round 3, aka the prize puzzle express round. Altogether, in the episode, 8 bankrupts and 2 loser turns were spun. Melissa ended up winning the game with $20,050 in cash and prizes, and won an additional $40,000 in the bonus round by solving the bonus round puzzle, Poached Salmon, totaling $60,050 in cash and prizes. She won a Plotagon cruise worth $10,600 and $49,450 in cash. Brent won $4,000 in cash, and Tanisha won $2,000 in cash. Congratulations, Melissa, on winning $60,050. Enjoy the cash and your Plotagon cruise. Tanisha and Brent, sorry about the bankrupts and loser turns you have spun during the game, but I hope you both had a good time on the show. Enjoy the cash. Alright, here we go with the next game show news headline. Season 3 of Pictionary, hosted by Jerry O'Connell, began on Monday, September the 9th, 2024, with some changes to the game. First up, at the beginning of the show, they don't have the opening draw. Instead, they go right to the show and introduce the 2 teams, each with a celebrity, for the episode. If you don't know what an opening draw was, for the first 2 seasons, the show would start with an animation drawing, with an announcer saying, quote, "Can you guess what this is?" In quote. Then, once the animation drawing is done, the announcer will say, quote, "If you guessed whatever the picture is, then you would be a great contestant on Pictionary." In quote. Second, the show also retired a toss-up game called Quick Draw. What Quick Draw was, they will sketch an animated drawing on a big screen television, and the first team to buzz in with a correct guess will get 100 points, and will have the option to either play or pass for the sketch or steal round. Instead of the Quick Draw from the first 2 seasons, they have a coin toss backstage, and whichever team won the coin toss will get to sketch first. Third, they made a scoring change for the sketch or steal game for the first 2 rounds. The correct guesses for the first 2 rounds are worth their principal values. In round 1, correct guesses are worth 100 points. In round 2, correct guesses are worth 200 points. In both rounds, steals are worth half the points. So that means steals for round 1 are worth 50, and steals for round 2 are worth 100. Fourth, after the first sketch or steal round, Jerry O'Connell will call in a fan favorite and give someone a chance to win an amazing prize. Jerry will draw something on the screen, and as Jerry is drawing, the fan favorite will have 10 seconds to guess what Jerry is drawing. If the fan favorite is correct, then he or she will win an amazing prize. If not, then the fan favorite will receive a home copy of the Pictionary game. And fifth, they changed the scoring for the third round, Choose Your Words. Originally, each correct guess was worth 1,000 points. But for this season, correct guesses are worth 500 points. The bonus round, final draw, remains the same. The celebrity of the losing team will slide over to the winning team to help them win a dream vacation. One member of the winning team will get a sketch for the final draw, and he or she will have 5 classic Pictionary words, but will only choose 3 words on which they believe that their team will be able to guess. The winning team will receive $1,000 for guessing 1 word correctly, $2,000 for guessing 2 words correctly, with the first 2 words at $1,000 apiece. If the winning team successfully gets 3 words correctly, not only will they win $2,000, but they will also win a dream vacation. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up game show news for today. Please tune in next time, where I am going to have another variety of game show news headlines in stores, past or present. Thank you for tuning in for episode 5 of Game Show News. I will see you guys next time for episode 6. And until the next time, I will say these words in honor of the late Bob Barker. This is Courtney Jane Solo, reminding you, help control the pet population, have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye everybody. Hi everyone. Thank you all for tuning in to Game Show News on the Plotagon 9133 channel. If you liked today's episode of Game Show News, please give this video a thumbs up. And then if you really like Game Show News or any other video on this channel, please subscribe for more content. Okay everybody. You all have a great day. Thanks for watching.